What up? What up? It's your boy Milano back at it again with another live video. Well, actually not live, but back since a long time. Um, Back at it again. Figured let you guys know I was gone on a hiatus, but I'm back. I'm glad a lot of people appreciate the Cuba trips. Oh shit. And yeah, your boy's back. Shout out to D Charles. Salute. Step in, hit that like button if you could. Yeah, man. I figured I'd go live today. It's 4th of July basically, so I was like, man, let me go live, get my watch hours up. You know what I mean? I'm definitely gonna be going some trips in the future. Probably sooner than later. I actually haven't been to Cali, Colombia, to be honest with you. I heard mixture stuff about it. There's a lot of round and browns out there. A lot of round and browns out there, you know what I mean? But I will say this. I did go on Tinder, which I know when it comes to Colombia, it's taboo to do because that's where a lot of guys getting robbed and drugged and stuff like that. But yeah, I actually matched up good with Cali, Colombia. But one place that's easy to match up with for me is DR. Like I go on Tinder and I'm matching like crazy. So it's definitely a win-win for me with not Colombia, Dominican Republic, and especially Cali, Colombia. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, people say it's dangerous there, but I think I'll be honest with you. I actually think probably Medellin is more dangerous, considering the fact that Cali, Colombia, there's not much tourists don't really go out there that much, like so. They're not really expecting much, and I think also too they want the country to still look good, so they're probably like, oh, we're gonna we're not gonna do nothing crazy to the gringo because we want if he's coming, most likely he's bringing money. We want him to bring more people with money. With Medellin, they're like, oh, there's so many tourists, gringos coming through. It don't matter what we do to them, they're gonna still come through. You know what I mean? Have you heard about it being safer than Medi or CTG? No, because a lot of people don't speak about it. I remember I was on In the Streets with Keith Live, and one guy, he was really ignorant. He was like, oh man, people heard about Brazil. People heard about Brazil before. But I'm gonna be honest with you, Cali, Colombia was like Brazil. Like people been there, but they wasn't showing receipts. They really wasn't showing the talent. They really wasn't showing anybody. You know what I mean? So that's why, like, with that situation, it was just like, I think with me, I think I want to say I was the first guy to really show receipts in Brazil because a lot of people, a lot of guys, you ask them for receipts in Brazil, well, girls and stuff like that, they don't want to show you. They tell you to go visit yourself. They're like, oh, go visit yourself. Well, we ain't gonna show you nothing. You gotta go visit yourself and stuff. It's something similar like that to Cali, Colombia, but I do have some receipts of women on Cali, Colombia. I think I got one of the videos. I forgot. I think I dropped them. It might have been the Puerto Rico one, but one of the girls there, a couple of girls there on the intro, they're actually from Cali, Colombia. I used them for my intro, stuff like that. So I'm in AZ. I think my first trip for mangoes might be TJ, but I only want those TJ Gorditas BBW. Are they out there like that? Yeah, there's all kinds out there in TJ, man. You'll get a different vibe. I know I keep looking over here because my cat was all looking crazy at me. But yeah. But yeah, the vibe in TJ is pretty good. I mean, I was actually thinking about scooting out over there real quick too, because I was like, man, I could do a couple of days, man. Because for the summertime, so my plan was for the summertime, right? Is you know, I don't know why this cat keeps looking at me like I'm capping. Look at him. This guy looks at me like I'm capping. He's looking at me like, shut up, stop looking like I'm capping. Look, if you look at me like I'm lying or something. But no, I was actually gonna basically enjoy the summer in the States, just go to the beaches here. But a lot of beaches been acting crazy, like, the current's been really aggressive and stuff like that. And it's just, the currents just haven't been really safe to swim in. So I was actually thinking about going on a trip sooner than I was expected, but I'm trying to see where to go. I seen something in Guadalajara. I think it was in August or something like that, the beginning of August. It was like for 500 round trip. Even though a lot of people say, um, Guadalajara is not a place you want to so-called monger, but um, they do have that out there and they have the regular chicks out there. It's not going to be easy. I'll say this: if you think you're going to just go there to stick and move, uh, Uber Beats is your best. Uber Beats is your best opportunity. People just driving crazy. Uber Beats is your best opportunity, but yeah, I suggest if you're gonna go there and want something steady, Tender is definitely good for Guadalajara. I know a couple of guys that use Tender. It works good for them. But it varies from person to person. Um, I will say that you don't want to just go to clubs, alone, because a lot of people are gonna look at you like, why is he here? Um, but you can try it. I think the bars are the best places to go first. Get your feet wet, then maybe when you meet and talk to people, bring somebody along to go to clubs. Because the clubs is usually you have to have more than one person. I seen one guy. He had his homeboy, and the guy he was like 5'7". He had a little suit on, but you know he wasn't nothing to write home about. But his boy was athletic and tall, and his boy's present kind of helped him get a lot of attention from the girls. And I think also too, when they see you with more than one person and you're having fun, it kind of creates a different type of vibe. Yeah, it is the I don't know. These people are going crazy July. The guy he pulled over, right, and then he just sped off. I don't know. He was acting crazy and stuff like that. So I don't know what is going on. Well, I'm out in the country, so you know how people are. They get crazy on July 4th. Bro, Cuba is more natural because the chicas are more natural than girls in DR. But southern parts. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. That's why I like Cuba. I actually was thinking about going back to Cuba, to be honest with you, man. And you know what? A lot of people sleep on Cuba, man. A lot of people sleep on Cuba. A lot of people sleep on Cuba. A lot of people sleep on it. It's because it's not pushed out that much. But I'll be honest with you, Cuba, you will get that GFE. I'm telling you, you will get that GFE and that PSC. You don't believe me? Ask Flyboy Way. That's all I gotta say. Ask Flyboy Way. Shout out to Flatboy Wade, by the way. You know what I mean? He put me onto some gems. Check and Effect told me a little bit. Euless the Traveler told me a little bit, but hats off to Flatboy Wade. He really put me in the game with Cuba. And a lot of people was doubting me with Cuba, like, I don't think you should go out there. I really don't think you'll like it and stuff like that. But it's crazy because I had an awesome time. The internet. Lima, Peru. Yeah, that sounds like that sounds promising. Lima, Peru. Because I remember one time, I think Lima, Peru was, even though it was and I want to say this correctly, it was the length of the flight. The length of the flight was almost like Brazil, but not the Brazil prices, if that makes sense. So the flight was long like Brazil, but it didn't charge Brazil prices. It was like 500 for a round trip. I forget. I think this is April or May, to be honest with you. I think Lima might be a hidden gem. Yeah. You know what? What's his name? International A-hole. He might be onto something. He might be onto something. Exactly with Lima, Peru, because a lot of people ain't pushing it out like that. Everybody's doing the 3 spots: DR, Colombia, and a lot of people. DR, Colombia, well, 4 spots: DR, Colombia, and DR, Colombia, Brazil, and Thailand. And some people do Mexico too. Shout out to QB Passport Flex. He does Mexico too, but he's not in that same bracket because his style is a little bit different. But yeah, and a lot of people sleep on Mexico, but Mexico is good too. You can actually, like I said, I want to actually check out Monterey. I could actually, and I know this is a stretch, and I remember one of the dudes, Luke Powell, he was like saying something about, I don't know if it was, no, I think it was Black Bod Tours. He was telling this, but I know Luke Powell goes to Monterey, and I heard that's like a little hidden gem too. It's actually Monterey, Mexico is actually better than TJ. They said as far as the treatment goes, and from where I'm at in Raleigh, I could fly all the way from Raleigh RDU to San Antonio and take a 5-hour bus, and I'll be in Monterey. Now the time, yeah, people say, man, that time Linton is long and stuff like that, but you also save more money. Where I'm at, if you was in Texas, you're good. So anybody in Texas, you can actually, if you're in San Antonio or wherever in Texas you are, all you gotta do is get to San Antonio, and you could take the bus from San Antonio to Monterey, Mexico. So I actually was looking into that, man. I was looking into it. I was trying to see, is it worth it? Should I just fly to Monterey? But Monterey, man, they looking at like, I think 700 round trip for Monterey with some crazy stuff. So it's like, man, if I could fly to if I could fly to San Antonio, and say if I do that, like say for instance, I'm doing that for 200, right? 200, then I pay for the little bus, however that is. Even if all together it's like 300, 400, I'm still saving. Yeah, I have some time on the bus I'm wasting, but it's still saving me a couple of dollars. You know what I mean? So I think Lima might be a hidden gem. Oh, hold on a second. I'm gonna send the Cash App. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on a second. I'm actually gonna put it down here. Hold on a second. Mm. Hey.
Do you know my dad is here?
Oh yeah, I seen him today.
Oh.
Yeah, he was sleeping in the room.
Oh. Is he still sleeping?
I don't know. I know the door's closed. I don't know. I thought he was with you guys. I just got here like 20 minutes ago.
Did you open the door?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. What the hell? Yeah. So I'm on the phone. Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, guys. I was trying to look for the Cash App, but yeah, I gotta go look it up, man. Next time, get me next time. Well, I might actually. I think I got hold on a second. I think I got the Cash App in one of my what you call it. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I think I know where I put it. Okay. Are we back? Sorry, man. Sorry, guys. I was trying to. We still okay? We still on? Yeah, I was trying to. I was trying to. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I was trying to look for the Cash App. I'm gonna just wait till next live I do. I'm gonna drop the Cash App. I didn't expect that. This doggone cat. But I didn't expect that. But yeah. Um, what are we on now? Where's the? I'm trying to. What happened to the comments? You guys still there? Put a one down there if you're still here. Because I'm trying to. I don't know if you guys can hear me or whatever. But let me see. Okay, I appreciate it, D Charles. Sorry about that, man. What's his name? One of the people in there, I forgot his name. He basically was asking for the Cash App, and I was gonna send put the Cash App in the thing, but I couldn't find it because I didn't expect to have the Cash App up. But next time I'm gonna just be having the Cash App thing available, and I'm gonna put up. But going back to what I was saying, and you see the damn cats here. The gray one was the one getting my attention. That's why you guys kept seeing me look to the left. And then the family I stay with, they ended up coming here, and one of the kids was asking me a question. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, excuse me, Cuba is really good. Havana, Cuba is really good. It's really worth it. And the women are very wholesome. a lot of you guys, your comments I couldn't find. So anybody that asked a question, put them again back down here. I shouldn't even try to look for the Cash App. I should have just waited and then had it in the comment section and had the guy just look at it for the comment section when I left it later. That's what I should have did, and I'll probably do that next time. But yeah, Havana, Cuba is definitely worth it. You guys can basically do a lot of stuff for a cheap discount. Now I'm gonna tell you guys this, right? Everybody's always asking me, okay, do you have to stay at homestay? So if you're American, I'm just being honest. There's one guy who's, I think, Canadian. If you're American, you cannot stay at a hotel. We got that out of the way, right? Second of all, when you're going to Havana, Cuba, because a lot of people ask me this, and I'm giving this now. So anytime anybody asks me, "Oh, well, how do you do this?" or whatever, I'm gonna just tell them to check out this live. With Havana, Cuba. When you go and purchase your ticket, the reason you're going to get is for support for the Cuban people. And you can actually purchase your visa online, or you could just wait till you get there. I'd rather just wait till I get there. It's just easier. I mean, it's about the same price anyways. But get the visa, and when you get the visa, well, you get the visa at the airport. It's like, I think, $80. So you get the visa at the airport for $80, and yeah, you have to stay with a Cuban family or Airbnb. Now, some guys, they don't want to stay with the family. You could do the Airbnb. If you're gonna do the Airbnb, this is what I'm gonna tell you guys. Whether you're doing the Airbnb or whether you're doing a homestay, right? Make sure you're asking. Make sure you're asking if you could bring company. Make sure you're asking if you could have company, right? Make sure if you can have company. Normally Airbnbs, they're not gonna have rules against it, but I've heard certain situations where they did. I think Flyboy Way said that. I'm not sure. So just make sure you can have guests over. With the homestay, I've definitely made sure you can have guests over because you're living at these people's house. So you don't want to make no assumption. And people always ask me, like, man, why do you do the homestay, man? I want to have my own personal space. Well, at the homestay, you really do have your own personal space. It just depends on how do you have it. Like the homestay I was staying at, I rented a room in the house, but my room had a bathroom and my room had a kitchen, so I could cook my own food if I wanted to, right? And I had a bathroom. I even had a private entrance, guys. Had a private entrance. Oh, let me actually put this too. So I even had a private entrance, guys. So that was actually at a good benefit. So you got a private entrance. The people already know you're a single man. You want to see some of the women. They don't have no problem with that. The good thing about a lot of these families you live with, well, the family I was living with, so they were Afro-Latino family or Afro-Latino family. Yeah, Afro-Latino family. So they were Afro-Latino. They were Black Cuban, right? They understand a lot, certain families might have a certain outlook on that. Might have a certain outlook on it, but this family was really understanding. So you could bring women, whatever. You didn't have to worry about them charging you extra. they actually were looking out for your best interest in when I was in Cuba. So they just told me what to look out for. I repeat, I never got robbed in Cuba. Not knocking those that did, but I never got robbed in Cuba. I basically, whenever I say you got to watch out for your stuff, I'm basically putting out there that guys have gotten their stuff stolen. Excuse me, as you know, because Cuba is in need and they need help, so they're looking for dinero, money or whatever. So you always want to put up your cameras, all that stuff, money, unless the money you're gonna whatever you agree to. But a lot of people think it's really expensive, and some people think it's not worth it. But I personally think it's worth the trip, because when you guys see the nightlife, Cuban people know how to party. They're very hospitable. You get a hospitable feel from them. Not just the pros that are looking for your dough, just everybody. You know what I mean? But I would actually say, so if I was gonna look at it, I would say Cuba is like and this is no disrespect to Cuba. They have their own style, but I would say Cuba is like a low level DR, if that makes sense. And this is not disrespect to Cuba, because Cuba has awesome nightlife. And for all the guys that don't like Sosua, again, sick of Sosua, because the women are so-called Americanized and they're having their demands. Cuba, the women are more humble. I mean, even the non-pros in the street, man, you can go up to them and talk to them and everything, man. Like, so, but I do advise guys learn some Spanish so you can do that, because remember, guys, this ain't Sosua where everybody knows English. A lot of times these people only speak Spanish, so I would brush up on the Spanish. You ain't gotta be fluent, you know what I mean? You ain't gotta be super fluent, but at least know a little bit here than there. You know what I mean? If you have a tour guide, that would definitely help you. I have a tour guide, but if you don't want a tour guide, that's cool too. But a tour guide is really going to get you to the places that a lot of these cabbies won't bring you. A lot of these cabbies will only bring you to certain places. They're not going to bring you to the hidden gyms like Habana, Casa de Musica. A lot of dudes ain't going there. I'll be honest with you. I bet my bottom dollar Flyboy Way hasn't been to Casa de Musica. VNS Bar, I'm pretty sure Flyboy Way hasn't been there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these other spots like Salt Sukar, I know Flyboy Way hasn't been to Salt Sukar Bar, because he didn't even mention it to me. He didn't even put it out there. So I say that to say, like, yeah, there's a lot of spots these guys didn't know about, but the tour guide put me on to. You know what I mean? If you want to save some money, you can have the tour guide drop you off there, scope out the scene, then he can come back and get you, and he doesn't have to stay there, because his time is money. So if he has to stay and wait for you, he's going to charge you more versus just bring you somewhere, come back and get you like a taxi ride. But yeah, with Cuba, it's definitely worth it. Like I told you guys before, I said it early in the thing. I was thinking about doing Guadalajara, maybe in August. I don't know yet. It's not definite, but I'm looking into that. But I'm definitely going to be going somewhere in September, if not August. It's just I kind of wanted to enjoy the summer here in the States, because the summer in the States goes by so quick, and you could literally have fun overseas year round. You can't do that in the States. You know what I mean? Wintertime comes, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? But I kind of want to hit up the beaches, you know, stuff like that, and you know, in the States and stuff, and do the regular stuff I was doing before. Even the stuff before I was traveling. But yeah, it's definitely worth it to go to Havana, Cuba. And Lima, Peru might be an option too. And like I told you guys, I told old boy in the chat with Tijuana. Tijuana is good too. You know, it's easy accessible, especially if you live in California. It's accessible. Monterey could be an option too. You know, because really the only thing I got to worry about is that 5 hour ride, that 5 hour bus ride. That's all I got to worry about. You know, I fly to San Antonio, take that bus from San Antonio to Monterey, and I'm good to go. You know what I mean? But yeah, Monterey looks like it could be a good option. There's a spot in Brazil I wanted to check out. One of these guys put me on to. I tried to put on one of these YouTubers, but he was like, "Oh no, you gotta go with your gut feeling." And he keeps going to Rio, so I'm like, "Hey, you keep going to Rio all you want, man. Like, you gotta switch it up, bro. Go heading to Rio all the time. You're not gonna get the same experience. His reason for going is different from mine, you know. I guess he's doing it for YouTube, whatever, you know, for the algorithm. But yeah, man, there's certain spots in Brazil that are spots in Brazil that are hidden gems, you know what I mean? And a lot of guys don't know about that, you know. So, but yeah, there's a lot of hidden gems in Brazil. I was even thinking about even doing Asia. I know around this time in the summertime is really, really cheap. It's really cheap in the summertime. Cheapskate Jake, well, not even gonna say Cheapskate Jake prices, but in Asia is really cheap. So I might head out there. I don't know yet. But I will be looking to check it out and seeing what's going on with that. But yeah, summertime in Asia is perfect to go to because the prices are cheaper. But unfortunately, it does rain in Brazil and in Asia in our summertime. That's why I haven't just jumped on anything. But if I do go to Asia, I want to check out Vietnam. I know a lot of people told me, oh, in Vietnam, it's you know, the girls are slim, all this. But everybody has their own experience. The same people saying this is the same people who have Cuban videos that ain't rocking with that ain't competing with my Cuban videos. So, like I said, I still stand on it. I'm the first dude that exposed the Brazilian hotties in this travel sector where a lot of guys wasn't doing that. They wasn't putting Brazil out there like that. They really was keeping it under their hat. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna see where next time I'm gonna go to. But just be on the lookout. But there's more videos coming, guys. I actually got some more Cuban videos I'm gonna be uploading to the channel. And I got some other shorts coming to the channel. I got a whole bunch of videos for next month. So stay tuned. Make sure you hit that notification button. And this live is gonna be short. I just wanted to, you know, check in with y'all, see how y'all doing. Didn't really have much to talk about, so I didn't want to just stay on this live talking about nothing. But I just want to let you guys know I definitely am I am definitely looking to go to the sky pretty soon. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And the videos are gonna keep coming through. And I appreciate you. Happy 4th of July. Holla at your boy.